Kev Choice Trio in the house, hey. My man John Adams in the house. My man Giulio in the house. Mr. Tipple's in the house, hey. The whole Bay Area in the house, hey. Real music in the house, Real good vibes in the house, It sounds so lovely, I get so sentimental. I shouldn't even talk, I'm so instrumental. Taking this music to a whole nother level. First love, firstborn, first kiss special. They say it's my time, I'm right on schedule. They say I'm out of this world, an extraterrestrial. I take everything they say with a grain of salt. Along for the ride, rolling on a train of thought. Don't know where I'm getting off. Just waiting for a sign, divine intervention. Got my mind intuition. A sight for sunrise when we step into the vision. We light up the room, we the moon, spitting image. My aura is California, my mood is Pacific. Dudes be rolling with them clips like Blake Griffin, but they got upset by the nuggets. And Kev Choice told them, Mike, you know I came to plug it. I know they dug it, cause I'm deep in the earth. And every time I rock it, man, I'm about to kick a verse off the top of the dome. Like JS Block, it's Kev Choice and I'm bringing the jazz and hip hop. It don't stop and it don't quit. And you know we got the real dope shit. And then we don't stop and we don't pause. Kev Choice on the mic, you get the oohs and ahs. When it's a crowd in the place, we know we get applause. And we do this all day, man, we never pause. It's like that, it's like that, What's good? Rounds of applause. Thank you. Hope everybody's doing all right out there in cyber world, wherever you may be. My name is Kev Choice. This is the Kev Choice Trio live from Mr. Tipples. It's our pleasure to be here. We're just gonna have some fun with some originals. That was actually an original tune. Started off with kind of a ode to Mr. Roy Hargrove, Brian's Bounce. And then went into one of my original songs called Room to Breathe off an album called Love and Revolution I put out a while ago. We're going to go into it. Actually, tonight I just wanted to have some fun with these incredible musicians. And we're going to play a new song. It's called Adams Point, named after a neighborhood where I live in Oakland, California, by the lake. And just going to vibe out with it for a minute, so I hope y'all like it. Cool. Thank you. That's new. Something new I'm working out a little bit. Adams Point. Get up for John Adams on the drums. Giulio Xavier on the acoustic bass. Wow, I feel like our last gig together was probably pre-COVID at Yoshi's. That was like January. I feel like that was the last time this trio configuration was together. So it's good to be back with the fellas. Vibe out. And I've been sitting at home just trying to practice new things, and really been digging Roy Hargrove lately. So we're gonna do another one off this album, Family, and this is called Lament for Love. Yeah, it's a lovely tune, lovely.
Mr. Roy Hargrove, you got some work. Beautiful songs. And I always like to take it back to the 90s. That's one of my favorite eras. And you know, just like they used to do back in the day, take the current popular songs and play them in a jazz format. So this is one from the 90s by this group called Guy, you know. So if you're with your lady right now, if you're with your man, you know, grab them close. I want to see y'all put some hand clap emojis in the comments. Let me know how you feeling out there. Put some hugs, some smiley faces, something, you know, let me know you're in the building. If you home just chilling. Thank you very much. Yeah. Let's chill. Let's chill. I'm gonna say hi to the people in the comments. How y'all doing out there? Yeah, trying to say what's up to the folks. Thank y'all for tuning in, wherever you may be. It's a pleasure just to be playing music anywhere, we can be right now. Much respect to everybody, much love to everybody. Just trying to maintain during these times. Hope we can bring some inspiration, some positivity to your evening, to your Saturday, and whenever you may watch this. So I want to go into another pianist who inspired me a lot lately. I mean, just always, since the beginning, Mr. McCoy Tyner. And he has a song called Passion Dance that we kind of flipped. Well, I kind of flipped into my own unique vibe, and kind of blended it in with another artist. Let's see who in the comments could pick out what artist we blended into. But this is really dedicated to McCoy Tyner. It's called Passion Dance.
Is that in one of these books?
You know what? I don't.
It's okay.
Hmm?
I can just.
Yeah, I don't think it's. I thought it was in the other one, but.
What's the first one?
But I'll start it off.
It's the type of music in my mind when I first wake up. Keep the styles original so you ain't gonna mistake us. We about to run the game, the kick's already laced up. That's about as good as when Curry put a tray up, but better yet a layup. We about to bring the bay up. Always been committed, represented it from day one. Overcoming struggle, constant hustle in my nature. Knowing to hold them and fold them, go with the flow like a sailor. Flow is cold as a glacier, flow is deep as a crater. I'm just speaking my mind and my brain is infinite layers. Music take you to places, make your crib feel like a resort. Front porch or airport, let's take off, to a struggle non-existent. Pain just a figment of your imagination. Sunshine glistening, blue sky vivid. Life no limit, we going no vacation. Come on, come on. We going no vacation, y'all. We came to take it to the highest of heights. Let's go. We going on vacation. We came to take it to the highest of heights because music makes me high. Hey yo, music makes me high. Yo, music makes me high. Hey yo, this music takes you high. Yo, the max don't quit. The max don't quit till we make your hands claps. Move your body back and twist, dip, side to side. Come on. Hey, the max don't quit. The max don't quit till we make your hands clap. Move your body back and twist, dip, side to side. Hey, your living room, you can dance right now. Come on. It's nothing but a party. Trying to take jazz to the next level. Let's have some vibes with it. Put your hands up and throw your hands up. Come on, y'all. Thank you very much. I think we, shout out McCoy Tyner and Drake a little bit, you know what I'm saying, for that passion dance, you know, that we threw in a little bit. We're going to get back to that a little later. But I think we're going to take a short break. Is it about that time? Cool. Just want to thank Mr. Tipples for having us in this beautiful venue, in this beautiful space, beautiful piano, beautiful instruments, beautiful city of San Francisco. Everybody watching, we appreciate you. Make sure you hit up those Cash Apps, those Venmos, the PayPals. Make sure you help support live musicians trying to make a living during this time, doing what we love, trying to spread love, inspiration, peace, good vibes to wherever you may be. We're going to come back in a little bit. One more time for Mr. John Adams on the drums. John Omayga Adams. Omayga. I'm sorry. My bad. One more time for Mr. Giulio Xavier on the acoustic. My name is Kev Choice. Kev Choice, thank y'all for having me this evening. We'll be back shortly. Peace, peace.
Hi guys, welcome back to Mr. Tipples. My name is Roger, and we're going to be doing a quick cocktail demonstration for you while the musicians take a quick break. I hope you guys are enjoying the music as much as we are here, and we are just so thrilled to be able to host these shows. And so I wanted to let everybody know here that we at Mr. Tipples are offering cocktail delivery. You can find us on Caviar, Grubhub, and DoorDash. We deliver directly to your home anywhere in San Francisco, and you can contact us anytime from 4:30 p.m. until 8:30 p.m. to get some cocktails delivered to your door. We also do offer some food as well, so please check that out. And tonight I want to actually talk to you a little bit about some of the drinks that we offer on that menu. But this is going to be more of a behind-the-scenes look at the work that goes into creating some of the drinks. The cocktails themselves, once you do all the legwork behind them, are actually fairly simple to put together, but there is a lot that goes into the creation of them. So we're going to talk about that and hopefully educate you just a little bit about some of the back-end processes to create a real craft cocktail program. So the two drinks that I want to talk about tonight are what we call our herbs and tonic, and then we have our miso maple old fashioned. So both of these are infusions. What that means is that you take a base spirit, it can either be a neutral base spirit, something like vodka or like brandy or grappa, or in the case of the miso maple old fashioned, you could take a whiskey. But what you need to do is you need to have something with a fairly high alcohol content. The reason being, for a lot of things that you would want to infuse the flavors of into your drink, some of them are not actually water soluble. So water soluble would be something like tea or coffee, where hot or cold, what will eventually happen is it'll break down the plant matter that make up those solids, and what's going to infuse a lot of that flavor and some of the particulates into your water. But other things, such as, for instance, cinchona bark, are not water soluble. They're only alcohol soluble. So even if you boil the water, you're not really going to be able to pull the flavor out of them. You're not going to be able to pull the particulates into the liquid, but they will do that with alcohol. So when you're looking at trying to make an infusion, if you use something that has too low of an alcohol content, it will take too long, and you really won't be able to pull enough of the flavor in there. That being said, it really takes some time to figure out the correct amount of alcohol that you really want in your base spirit so that you're not pulling out too much of the flavor and that you're not pulling out sort of other elements that you don't necessarily want. So, for instance, if you're making something like a bitter, such as Angostura bitters here, usually you're actually going to want to start with a pretty high alcohol content. And actually, Angostura bitters does have a very high alcohol content. The reason being that you're trying to actually infuse it with flavors that come from very resistant matter. So the types of plants and stuff like that that you're going to be infusing into that product are going to be ones that require very high alcohol content to be able to pull the flavor out of. If you're looking for something with a more mild flavor, you want to use sort of lower alcohol content so that you're not getting a lot of that sort of bitterness. A common example would be something like, let's say, lemon vodka. Now, there's a bunch of different ways that you could do lemon-infused vodka, but the most common way is just to take lemon peels, and you don't want to chop them up too fine. You want to use whole lemon peels or sort of thin strips, but you don't want to really emulsify them or anything like that, because what you want to get is you want to get all of the oils and you want to get all the flavor from the lemon peel, the sort of lemon, sort of citrusy flavor. But what you don't want is you don't want a lot of that bitterness that's going to come out of the pith. If you chop it up too fine and then you try to infuse it into the vodka, you're going to pull all that bitterness out, and it's going to throw off the balance of your drink. So as you can see, these infusions really are a pretty scientific process, and they really take a lot of experimentation to figure out exactly the right way to do them. So I'm just going to talk about the two that we have here and tell you a little bit about what's in them and how we make them, and then we're going to make one drink with these. So I'll start with the miso maple old fashioned. So the miso, so a traditional old fashioned, you're just looking at your whiskey, some Angostura bitters, and some sugar or simple syrup, and that's it. It's a very clean, basic, very boozy drink, super popular all over the world. We wanted to do kind of our own spin on it, and there's a million variations of the old fashioned. So we thought, well, what would go well with this really common drink that's going to add this extra element? We thought miso is this really complex, nice and savory element, and that's going to add this whole new depth to the drink. And then we thought, well, what about the sweetener? You know, if you want to use something like simple syrup, that's really good if you're looking to just enhance the sort of basic flavors. But if we're already including this other savory element, we want to have something that goes well with that. Maple syrup goes great with anything savory. If you've ever put a little maple syrup on your bacon, delicious together. So we thought, okay, let's do that. More complexity, more depth, and really complements the miso sort of savory element really, really well. So then it came to, well, how do you make that? The maple syrup, pretty simple to make. You do water down the syrup essentially by doing a 50-50 mix of pure maple syrup and water and just kind of heating that up until it dissolves. But the miso is a little more complicated. So if anybody has ever worked with it, you can get it in essentially, I would describe it as sort of like a pummeled consistency. It's like flaky, small particulates, and it's actually very resistant to dissolving in things. So what we do is we use our bourbon, we use a small amount of miso, and then you can use like an immersion blender or some sort of emulsifier, or if you have the gumption, you can just whisk it together really, really hard for a good long time. But you really want to get that miso really broken up into the spirit, and then you have to let it sit for a while. Now, all different infusions take different amounts of time. Most infusions, you're looking at about 3 to 5 days before all of the flavors kind of get absorbed into the alcohol, and you don't end up pulling out whatever the sort of bitterness or like other sort of chlorine elements might be in especially plant matter. For miso, again, takes a few days, but you basically just let it sit. Eventually, it absorbs a lot of that miso flavor, and then you just filter out the particulates. But what you are going to be left with, as you can kind of see, this is a little cloudy. That's because a small number of the particulates, almost like tannins, just end up staying in the booze. And that's totally fine. It's not enough where it's going to kind of add any sort of graininess to the final product, but it's enough that you want some very, very small particulates in there just to sort of enhance that flavor and make sure that you're really getting that miso flavor out of it. So that's how we do that one. Next, I want to move on to the herbs and tonic. Now, the idea behind this drink is we wanted to sort of replicate the basic concept of a gin and tonic, but we wanted to do sort of a unique twist on it. We wanted to do something that's actually a little more authentic to what a gin and tonic ought to be. And what I mean by that is, so let's start with gin. So gin is essentially just flavored vodka. Almost all gins start with a base spirit of usually vodka, which again is any sort of neutral grain spirit. Most people think of it as being made with potatoes, but that's actually usually an uncommon way to make it, and the most traditional form of vodka actually came from usually cereal grains such as like sorghum or wheat is pretty common as well. So what does that mean? So you take basically your just sort of sugary liquid that you get from fermenting your grains and stuff like that. You pull all the sugar out of it, you add a bunch of yeast, and it starts to distill. And so you have your alcohol, your ethanol, coming out of this distillate. And if that's all you use, and you basically just add water back into it to get it to the correct proof, that's how you end up with vodka. If you're making gin, you follow mostly the same process, but you want to infuse it with flavors. So they do what's called a vapor infusion. And you'll see on some gin bottles it actually says vapor infused. What that means is that you're flavoring the alcohol by essentially you take a bundle of different sort of herbs and other flavoring elements, and you kind of hang it above where the ethanol is coming up out of your fermenting liquid. And so that's going to infuse the actual steam, the alcohol steam, with the flavors that are in that bundle. And those are called the botanicals, that bundle. Most common for gin, you're going to find juniper berry is by far the most common flavoring element. Not all gins use juniper, but the actual name gin comes from juniper. It was juniper, the Dutch word for it, I think, is Jennifer, and most gins were originally called Jennifers, and then it sort of just got passed down until it became gin. But juniper berry is by no means necessary to create all gin, and there's all sorts of different botanicals that all different places use, which is why every gin tastes a little bit different. So, gin and tonic, probably, for me personally, if I'm at a bar and I don't know anything else about it, I'm probably ordering a gin and tonic because it's delicious, it's refreshing, it's pretty much always good as long as you know you're getting a good gin, and it's basically impossible to mess up. Gin and tonic is wonderful. However, tonic is actually a little bit interesting because the tonic water that you get is not actually real traditional tonic because tonic is actually meant to be made with quina. Now, quina often comes from cinchona bark. cinchona bark is not water soluble, like we talked about before. So if you really want to get true quina flavor and the actual sort of medicinal qualities that are supposed to be in quina and in tonic, you can't make it with just water. You have to make it with alcohol. So a traditional gin and tonic was actually gin that they used a cinchona infusion in, and then you could add sort of seltzer water or whatever later. But the original version did just use gin and the cinchona bark to create that infusion. So we wanted to sort of replicate that idea with the herbs and tonic. This starts as vodka, and then we do just a regular liquid infusion. So we add thyme, basil, mint, rosemary, lemon and grapefruit peels. We add some juniper berries to really replicate that gin flavor, and then we add the cinchona bark ourselves. And so what you're getting out of that is very, very similar to the flavor profile of gin. It's a little bit different because it's not vapor infused, so you're kind of getting stronger flavoring elements out of it because you are adding it directly to the liquid. And you let that sit for, again, like 3 to 5 days. Kind of depends on the ratios and the amounts you're using and stuff, but that's a good kind of benchmark. And then after that, you have your cocktail ready to go. So again, it requires a little bit of legwork beforehand, but once you have it ready, it's a really simple process to put together. So the preferred serving method that I like for this is something called a highball, and that's basically just, you're gonna do it in what's called a highball glass, tall glass like this, and it's just ice, a little bit of seltzer water, and your cocktail. I can actually take this opportunity to talk to you just a little bit about why it is called a highball. It's kind of an interesting story. It actually comes from, I'll do it real quick, but it actually comes from sort of dining car train nomenclature. A highball was basically the notification that you were good to go. It was actually like a specific signal that they would send to say that the track was clear and that you were ready to depart. Once the track becomes clear, you're allowed to get up out of your seat and you go to the dining car. And in the dining car, they will serve you a nice drink. And it became known as your highball. You're good to go. So I'm going to take a lemon peel, just do that as our little garnish. And I like to spritz it with the shiny side down over top of the drink, and that just releases some of that oil and gives you a little bit extra sort of lemon flavor. I'm going to take our straw, and we are ready to go. We got your herbs and tonic highball. Again, very similar to a gin and tonic, but actually somewhat closer to the traditional version of that drink. Cheers. All right, let's get back to the music.
very much. It's another song that I composed a while back for an album called Oakland Riviera. It's called International Boulevard. I actually wrote that song, I'll never forget, I was on a tour bus, Swiss Alps, just driving through, just looking up at these high mountains, snow, like, wow, this is crazy. International. I feel like I'm international now. So I just, and that rhythm just kind of came in my head. I actually programmed it, and then I kind of named it after a boulevard in Oakland called International. That's really called East 14 for those that know. But they tried to clean it up a little bit. International Boulevard. We still call it E14. So E14, But we're gonna do a couple of joints that again, it's all about trying to learn from the masters as much as possible, and also take what they the foundation and try to do something new with it. So this song was actually taken from a John Coltrane composition, Moment's Notice, and then we're gonna flip it into a song that I actually wrote called Shed Light. So hope you like this one. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Came to shed light, lead the path, illuminate through the night, shed light, it's the new dawn, clear vision for your sight, so open up your eyes and see forever. Did you realize you're beautiful and important? And you deserve the best that life has to present. Every moment's intense, hard enough paying this rent. Trying to stay above cement and not doing a stint. Look at the percent of my brothers that sent to serve time. Around the world, the government is doing worse crimes. They're setting traps to catch felons for a third time. It's no jobs, no justice, what's the frame of mind? Nothing to lose, ain't afraid to die. Never shown your worth or how to express the hurt inside. Every homicide I see reported feel like a portion of myself departed. Could it have been avoided? There's more guns out here than countries that it's wars in. We need conflict resolution in these school courses. I'm tired of settling for the short end, but one candle can defy the darkness. I came to shed light, we lead the path, illuminate through the night, shed light, it's the new dawn, clear vision for your sight, so open up your eyes and see forever. It's
It's no escaping the reality. No matter how many fancy restaurants sprout up, the menus don't cater to the issues around us. Good for the nightlife, but uptown the lights bright, but the hood out the eyesight, left in the dark. First Friday is cultivate the arts. While we can't have the same in Sabrani Park. Feel like a spark in the field for a spark for a brother getting crack out. Day-to-day shootouts. My younger cousin almost caught one. I said to cool out. He said that's just part of the game. They toss the rules out. Wild out here like a pack full of wolves dripping drool. Full moon out. Telling two cities, the pretty and the gritty, the welcome and neglected, the prosperous and profitless. We got some issues to address. Can't build a part of the city and address the rest. I came to shed light, shed light, lead the path, illuminate through the night. Shed light, shed light. It's the new dawn, clear vision for your sight. So open up your eyes and see forever. Shed light, lead the path, illuminate through the night, shed light, ayy, shed light. New dawn, clear vision for your sight, so open up your eyes and see forever. We came to shed light, ayy. Lead the path, illuminate through the night, Shed light, it's a new dawn, clear vision for your sight. So open up your eyes and see forever. never came easy. Nothing came easy for me, no. That's why I pull it all on the line with every rhyming. I be looking at these dudes, why they even rhyming? You ain't adding to the culture, you ain't even honest. And nothing came easy for me, no. So I ain't sleeping, I ain't slipping, I'm just steady climbing. If you ain't moving forward, then just get behind me. I made a promise, this is not a game, I'm in this for life. Yeah. Yeah. I'm in this for life. Yeah. Let me tell you a little story. First booth, bedroom, boombox, headphones, ass numb, ass yuck, ass key. We was on 13 years old, young kids, lakeside, that was home. Mom moved from the east side to escape a war zone. Frisco, where I was born, never really called it home. Mom moved across the bridge, trying to make it on her own. Grandma dipped to Washington, stayed on with to take a visit. I was only 4 years old, first taste of racism. Don't you know that you were light skin don't make you better? I ain't know that I was different. Mom's left me for a minute. I had to get some things together, then we moved back to the town at the rise of the dope era. D-boys on every corner, all the neighborhoods was funky. I was in Brookfield for kindergarten where I was the sharpest. Had to pack a knife, got sick of being a target, had to learn to fight for my life. There was no other option, nah. Nothing came easy for me, no. That's why I put it all on the line with every rhyming. I be looking at these dudes, why they even rhyming? You ain't adding to the culture, you ain't even honest. And nothing came easy for me, no. So I ain't sleeping, I ain't slipping, I'm just steady climbing. If you ain't moving forward, then just get behind me. I made a promise, this is not a game, I'm in this for life. Yeah. Yeah. This hip hop, this the love of my life. Yeah. Shout out Joe Henderson, Black Narcissist, yeah. Say a little something. Hey, first time I touched the keys, 12 years old, it was on. 2 years before, never felt like home. Had to move back from LA and Sacramento. I was never on the instrumentals. Never knew about Vodka, Beethoven. I was just a young kid trying to grow up in Oakland, Bay Area. So much hysteria. Had to get on these keys and sick like malaria. Started learning about that jazz and that pizzazz. Started taking more time and skipping class. I would be at home on the 88. Couldn't wait till I got my college degree and I was straight, but I still felt a lot of hate. You playing jazz and hip hop, my man, it don't collaborate, But I had to show him how it's really done. Kev Choice, and you know that I'm the one, and it never came. Nothing came easy for me, no. That's why I put it all on the line with every rhyming. I be looking at these MCs, why they even rhyming? They not adding to the culture, they not being honest. And nothing came easy for me, no. So I ain't sleeping, I ain't slipping, I'm just steady climbing. If you ain't moving forward, then just get behind me. I made a promise, this is not a game, I'm in this for life. Yeah. Yeah. Somebody at home, put your hands up. Nothing came easy for me, no. That's why I put it all on the line with every rhyme. I be looking at these MCs, why they even rhyming? They not adding to the culture, they not being honest then. So I ain't sleeping, I ain't slipping, I'm just steady climbing. If you ain't moving forward, then just get behind me. I made a promise, this is not a game, I'm in this. I'm in this for life. Thank you. I usually don't stop after songs. I just be like going into them, but I'll be going into them. You know, we be making, symphonic movements. You know, we go from the exposition to the recapitulation to the development to the coda. We don't stop. We Mozart and Beethoven and William Grant Still and Rachmaninoff and Tchaikovsky. We ain't stopping. We keep it flowing. Like they be writing like 12-minute, 24-minute songs. I guess they had more time on their hands back then. I don't know. But we getting close to the end of the evening. I just want to thank y'all for tuning in. Please support in any way you can. These Venmos and Cash Apps and PayPals. It helps us, sustain ourselves and, also support the venue. Mr. Tipples, make sure you watch any live stream they have going on. They got great lineups throughout the month, throughout the week. Just support live music. It's a time where we all trying to shift and navigate this world that we in. But music always brings us together. It always has an energy and a spirit that's familiar to us, no matter what's going on in the world. So, just whether you want to put on the CDs, got a lot of albums available, or just any music, any musician, local musician, especially here in the Bay Area, make sure you're supporting. Those folks who are continuing to bring us that high vibration, connecting us to ourselves, connecting us to our community. I'm sounding like the Cultural Affairs Commissioner of Oakland right now, which I actually am. I am the Vice Chair of the Oakland Cultural Affairs Commission. I'm also Vice President of the Recording Academy of SF Chapter. And, I feel like at one point in my career, I was like all about music, but then I was like, I wanted to get more involved in community to help uplift, other musicians, other people in our community, to be a voice, for justice, for equality, for education. I'm also an educator, Oakland School for the Arts. Shout out my students. I got some incredible students and faculty there. And, it's just all about being involved, and I think that's what's sustaining me right now during this time is being involved in so many different things and still being able to connect with, dope musicians like this. So, it helps me get through these times. So, I did an album the very first couple of weeks of this whole pandemic, COVID, whatever. My first response was just really to be creative and to engage with my network. So I did an album actually called Social Distancing. It did pretty well, and it's still out if you want to check it out. Whatever you will listen to, or Spotify. What do people listen to music? Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, Tidal, whatever. I'm gonna do a song off. The first song I released is called No Worries, and it kind of just dealt with some of the things I was feeling in the beginning of this whole situation, and it's still relevant. And then I don't think we're gonna stop. We're gonna go into one more song, and then we're gonna see where we at. But this song is called No Worries, off of Social Distancing. No worries, love, cause we got it by the angels from high up above. Now we can be as close as we never was. I pray to God we protected from whatever come. But no worries, love, cause we got it by the angels from high up above. Now we can be as close as we never was. I pray to God we protected from whatever come. But no worries, love. Hey, I told my people don't fret, don't worry about no threats, not no virus, isolation, we just closer to the kingdom, Lord. Prepare me for this test, compare me to the best. Lord's prayer before I rest. Saw a vision while I slept. Was an angel reaching out a hand saying, follow in these steps. Know the heavens waiting for you on the other side of death. What is death but a concept for humans to express? Lack of understanding the process with spirit lead the flesh. Eternal rest, no fear. I'm guided by the ancestors, blessed by the elders we protect. Every hand we disinfect. Please give me 6 steps. That's a matter of respect. Diseases planned by a man-made architect. When the government write them checks, add reparations while the ink wet to descendants of Africans, Native Americans, Aztecs. They infected us with smallpox, malaria, yellow fever, influenza, syphilis, and we gon' get through this. So no worries, love, cause we got it by the angels from high up above. Now we can be as close as we never was. I pray to God we protected from whatever come. But no worries, love, cause we got it by the angels from high up above. Now we can be as close as we never was. I pray to God we protected from whatever come. But no worries, love, no worries. I was saying that I needed some more time at home. Careful what you wish for, the universe is blissful. So many things I missed though, so much I took for granted, things I couldn't see now seem clear as crystals. Maybe this beneficial, we gon' get through, stay productive and prayerful for understanding. Don't watch the news, it causes panic. My spiritual practice says all is good, all is God. How we see controls it all, even pray for 45. My soul is lost, up to him we all could die. They dropped the ball, we needed medical supplies some weeks ago. Tests like they did in South Korea where the virus been suppressed to success. Seems our leaders are a mess. Some of us are being Rudy Gobert careless, still hanging out that selfish. You know what's next, martial law, civil unrest. I'm too stressed, been hella days in the house, ain't nothing. Starting to get restless, need to connect, feel your caress. I risk death just to be in your presence. But no worries, love, cause we got it by the angels from high up above. Now we can be as close as we never was. I pray to God we protected from whatever comes. No worries, love, cause we got it by the angels from high up above. Now we can be as close as we never was. I pray to God we protected from whatever comes. But no worries, love, no worries, love. Don't you worry about a thing, Don't you worry about a thing. love. We got it by the angels from high up above. Now we can be as close as we never was. Pray to God we protected from whatever come. But no worries, love. We got it by the angels from high up above. Now we can be as close as we never was. Pray to God we protected from whatever come. But no worries. No worries, no worries, no worries, no worries. Thank you, thank you. Make sure you check out that album, Social Distancing. Yeah, I did that album in 3.5 weeks. And it was just me just kind of just venting on what I was feeling with, you know, shelter in place. That whole first month was crazy. You know, sneaking to the studio, trying to, you know, send in files to different people. I think I collaborated with over 20 musicians who were also sheltering in place at the time and, you know, doing little social distance studio sessions. So make sure you check out that album, Social Distancing, Kev Choice. I think we got time for one more. We got time? We're going to do a nice little medley. Just some fun, man. We just try to have fun. You know, music sometimes we can be serious, but sometimes we like to do fun things. And as an artist who grew up in the hip-hop generation and also trying to stay current, you know, I like to listen to music that might be on the radio and be like, how could I flip that into a jazz standard or something? Not a jazz standard, but just a vibe that's different, an instrumental vibe. So we're going to do this medley with this Drake song called Laugh Now, Cry Later into Silver Lining. And we're going to in the evening. Thanks again once again for having me, Mr. Tipples. Also, just everybody watching on the stream, you know, make sure you share this. Make sure you tell your friends, your family. I think you can watch it again, right? It'll be up, you know, it'll be up forever. And, you know, please, you know, whatever you feel in your heart to give or donate, you know, I think the Cash Apps, the Venmos, the PayPals, those things, you know, those are available online. But we're going to keep making music, so look out for more stuff. Oh, shout out, you know, I just did this project with SF Symphony. Make sure you go to sfsymphony.org and look up Currents. It's an incredible series that they're doing with different styles of music. I wrote a piece for like a 10-piece, 10 symphony musicians and my ensemble. It's called Movements, so make sure you look out for that. It's available right now. So it's a lot of creative things still happening. It's a blessing, but we're going to have a little fun. So before we get out of here. Hey, 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 hey. I just wanna get back to normal, bending corners like I used to do. After work, hit uptown and have a sip or two. Tip the bartender a few, I know they need it now. Mostly been alone, or probably cause I was a sheltered child. Can't imagine mama telling me I couldn't leave the house. Every time she fell asleep, I probably would be sneaking out. Gotta sit them in front of computers just to teach them now. What if they ain't got access, we just gonna lead them out? We gon' have to go another route. 2020 still gonna be the year we do all the things we dreamed about. Put this music out, they push back my album release. Lock me down, I drop a project a week. I never cease, huh? Plus I keep my ear to the streets. People looking at this Rona like a mark of the beast. I've been staying in the kitchen trying to cook up a feast. Even calling people normally, we hardly would speak, I guess this guy's way of telling us to take it slow. The Bay was the first in the country. They told us stay at home, in place. All I need is food, music, shelter, and a wifey that'll get sick with me like Idris Elba's. Missing both my seeds, although they in good places. Thanking both their mothers for stable situations. My son, mama, doctor, she said sit still, be patient. People don't know they contagious, that's why this shit dangerous. Every breath I'm taking, I'm thanking Jehovah, Allah, Buddha, whoever you put faith in. Keep praying, meditating, praises to the highest, and remember behind every gray cloud a silver lining. Keep praying, meditating, praises to the highest. Remember behind every gray cloud a silver lining. Keep praying, meditating, praises to the highest, and remember behind every gray cloud a silver lining. Looking for that silver lining. One day this song gonna be behind us. Keep looking for that silver lining and keep shining. Keep looking for that silver lining. One day this all gonna be behind us. Keep looking for that silver lining and keep shining.
Thank y'all, thank y'all, thank y'all for having us. Much love, much love. Keep looking for the silver lining. One more time for Mr. John Omayga Adams on the drums. Giulio Xavier on the acoustic bass. We gotta call it acoustic. The upright. Thank y'all. My name is Kev Choice. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all. Much love. Much love. Y'all have a good evening. Watch this a million times every day. Watch it every day.